Hey Geminis, welcome to your weekly reading for May 1st through May 8th. Not sure how we got to May already, but we're here. Alright, so I pulled your Oracle cards. Shadowscapes Tarot, Moonology, Nature Spirits, and Animal Spirits. Kind of my go-to lately, especially for this week so far. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, so you might want to check your other signs and kind of like get a bigger picture, because this is general, so not every message in here is going to completely fit your situation. It might. Stranger things have happened, but some of your other signs might have some more information. Alright, so let's get into it. We have, starting off with the heavy hitters, starting off with the Tower. Alright, gonna be like that, Gemini. We have Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. Mutable Moon, nothing is yet set in stone. And open your heart. So, you started off heavy with Tower, but I'm feeling like it's a good thing. Especially with this Owl Spirit here. I feel like this thing, whatever it is ending or has ended, and now that it has, you can see it for what it was. Okay, you're definitely getting clear about the situation. For some of you, I feel like this has already happened, and it's only now that the dust is settled that you're like, well, I kind of see why that Tower crumbled, because it wasn't good for me. Some of you are kind of seeing it, or some of you saw it. You know, some of you, it might be a little bit closer. Like, it might be happening currently, or happened, you know, real recent. But either way, you do get a little bit of clarity about the situation. And, you know, clarity is a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing. I feel like that's exactly what you need. If anything, not necessarily, you know, because hindsight is kind of 20/20 anyway, so you kind of get clarity about things that happened in the past. Not always. There's still some things that doesn't matter how hard you look at it, you still don't understand what the hell happened. I get that, but in this situation, the clarity is good, not just for the past, but for what you have coming up, because nothing is yet set in stone. This Tower is crumbling, or it has crumbled. You have a blank slate, so to speak. All right? You have the clarity to be able to manifest and figure out where you want to go from here. Okay? So nothing is yet set in stone. You completely have control over where you go from now. Big advice here is open your heart and let your heart do some of the deciding. Let your heart have some of the say in where you go from here. Okay, if your heart is still kind of back in this thing over here, that's in the past. But definitely really think about things that are going to make you happy. Like, the only person you really have to think about making happy at the moment is you, and moving forward for most of you. All right, for some of you, I mean, you still have a family and stuff you have to think of, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's move into your general reading. All right, Gemini. We have Gemini, May 1st through May 8th. May 1st through May 8th. May 1st through May 8th. What is Gemini's focus, obstacle, advice, and most likely outcome? Please and thank you. Okie dokie. 10 of Wands, Strength, 2 of Pentacles. Look at all this. Look at all this coming in. Oh, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Okay. I just finished Capricorn's reading. I was not this silly. Okay, I'm feeling very silly and like kind of just kind of light with your reading. Whose did I do earlier today that I was like, holy moly, I got irritated when I started shuffling your cards. What you irritated about? I feel like it was Sagittarius or Pisces. But yours, I'm feeling like light and giddy and silly, okay? And that's kind of, that's what I'm getting from your cards. So that tower crashed, all right? You got this clean slate, and now you're just kind of like, you know, you're releasing the burden. You're moving forward. You broke free of the chains, and you're out of here, all right? You're getting rid of these burdens. I mean, I see nothing negative here. Just make sure your only obstacle here is your strength, okay? What I'm seeing here is just remember your joy. This is going back to your open your heart card in your oracle. Make sure that you're not closed off. Make sure that you still have fun. You know, being strong isn't all about just being macho and, you know, powering through stuff. You know, like, it's just, you don't have to, sorry, drinking my tea. Let some light in, let some joy in, okay? Your advice, just keep balancing things. I feel like things are in you got a good balance right now, so keep it going. And then your most likely outcome is the Ace of Cups. So feeling fulfilled emotionally, getting a new start, a new emotional start. I mean, we're going to clarify with these, but damn, Gemini. Wish I was a Gemini this week. But y'all have earned it. I'm not saying y'all haven't earned it. I feel like you guys have been through hell and back, and you're on the flip side. You're on the good side. I mean, look, I feel like you've been here. You've had the Ten of Swords. I feel like you've had all of those nasty cards. But look, you're on the side. You're like almost there. You're dropping that shit off, going on your merry little way. You know, you're out of here. So that's fantastic. Why is the 10 of Wands here as the focus? The Emperor. All right, so you're planning ahead. You got your shit together. You're getting your shit together. You're planning ahead. You're looking forward. You're dropping this baggage off and leaving it there. All right, looking good, looking good. Why is Strength here as the obstacle? Why is the Strength here as the obstacle for Gemini? All right, the Hierophant. All right. Don't know what it's been about the majors lately. They've been coming up a lot. Yours actually doesn't have as many as a lot of the other readings have. So, I feel like you just have to learn about your strength, really, okay? The Hierophant has been coming up a good bit, and I've kind of been reading it more in a learning type of, lately, getting a learning type of vibe from it, okay? So I feel like you need to learn to balance your strength. I am kind of seeing, you know, this kind of here, so I am reading the balance. Balance your strength. Learn to balance it. Also, I'm really feeling like this kind of just learning about your strengths. Learning about your strengths, not just your, you know, strength, because we all have different strengths, so kind of exploring your strengths. That type of thing. Still, I'm not really seeing it as an obstacle here. Definitely, you know, maybe you have more hidden strengths than you thought, and so kind of discovering those and bringing those to light. Alright, so Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here as the advice? Why is the Two of Pentacles here as the advice? Alright, keep that balance. Keep that balance. Don't get sucked back into this. Don't let the ending, don't let the ending of whatever it was that you're moving on from, don't let it suck you back in. Don't let it mess up your juggling, okay? Just remember, just don't let it draw you back in. It's because you're doing good. Don't let it draw you back in. Let it go, let it die, let it end. Don't fight it. I'm feeling like you might have a little moment, just a little hiccup where you're like, well, shit. I kind of miss whatever that was, okay? That's okay. It's okay. That's being honest with yourself. Don't let it move you back, though, okay? All right, so Ace of Cups. Oh, Lordy. Knight of Pentacles. So there's somebody new coming in. Very slowly, though. Very slowly. Could be an earth sign moving in, which would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. They're just not rushing in. This is going to be something very slow. They might, literally, you might just say hi to them this week. Or, you might just be made aware of their existence. I feel like this is going to be slow. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow energy. But it is slow because it is lasting type of thing. All right? So, looking good on the general front. So let's get in with your love reading. Hopefully we have some good stuff with your love. Not that we've had bad things with the love readings. They just have not really been about love. They've just been kind of the signs so far have pretty much just been working on themselves. Just been working on themselves, really. All right, Gemini. May 1st through May 8th. What's up in the love department for Gemini? Whoop. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Interesting. See what the other cards have to say, because that's interesting that came out with all your other cards. Because I do feel like there's somebody new coming in. If your first cards didn't really talk about a relationship or breakup, I do feel like there's something new or someone new coming in. But let's see what your cards say. Okay, love for my Gemini friends, May 1st through May 8th. Please and thank you. Recent past. Alright, so recent past there was, you thought it was a happy union. It was a happy union, okay? It was, happy, okay? It was, it was a good thing, okay? It was a good thing. It was good while it lasted. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Then someone kind of left and kind of needed some space, needed time to think, kind of get a new perspective on the relationship maybe, or maybe there was some kind of heartbreak or something, even though I'm not expressly seeing that here, because someone moved on. Someone just drops what, they're not fighting anymore. They're just moving on. So somebody moved on. let's see what your current energy is. 8 of Swords in the reverse. So getting clarity about the situation, making a decision with the 2 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So your current energy is fantastic, all right? So this could be you. This hangman could have very well been you. You know, you could have thought this was like the real deal or a really serious relationship, but then you went and kind of like went and got a new perspective or something changed in it, and you're like, yeah, you know what? I think it's time for me to leave. You know, but either way, someone left. And either way, your current energy is fantastic. 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and both of those in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords. So you saw the situation for what it was. You no longer felt trapped, so you took the blindfold off and you made a decision. All right, and I believe that decision was to leave. Lots of air energy here, okay? So this is lots of you. I feel like this air energy that keeps coming up right here, definitely feeling like it's you. All right, this is your energy. Even the 6 of Swords over here is you. So, and I feel like you kind of move on your own. You don't really, you know, I don't see you moving on with this person. I just feel like you're like, you know what? I made my decision. I see it for what it was. I understand what it was. And peace. I gotta go. You know, you were definitely making a head over heart decision here. All right, King of Wands. Ace of Swords in the reverse, though, and the 6 of Cups in the reverse. All right, so there is a fire sign here. Also could have been a fire sign you were dealing with. Don't feel like he's really gone yet. Don't feel like, and I say he just because he's a king here. It could be her, it doesn't matter. Don't feel like they're really out of the picture yet. Yep, I feel like they come back. They come back in the King of Wands energy, though. I do feel like they're being legit. All right, they are being very charming. I'm feeling like they may have grown up a little bit because this is the king. So, yeah, I wouldn't, and with the 6 of Cups reversed, but don't think you are open to a new start with this person, though. All right, I think, again, I feel like the Swords is you. I don't feel like this is talking about the relationship or any of that. I'm feeling it's you. And I mean, you are an air sign, so, but I don't always read it that way. Just because Pentacles show up in an earth sign video doesn't mean that I'm always getting that that's them in the reading. I'm getting that that's you, this is you in the reading. It's not, you're definitely, you know, definitely thinking more with your head over heart in the situation, especially with the 6 of Cups in reverse. I feel like you may even have a little bit of a grudge about the situation, which is preventing you from having a new start or opening new communication with this person. However, your oracle right here says give your relationship a chance. But it could just be too soon. It could just be too soon, all right? So, just because your oracle is kind of like, and you know, if that's if it's a relationship that's worth giving a chance, okay? Because you're very analytical about the whole damn thing, all of it. So, definitely not in your feels. If you are, you're holding a grudge about the situation. If not, you're just trying to cut off from it emotionally. So I'm going to pull some advice cards for you. I'm not seeing that the fire sign or the King of Wands is a bad dude, though. You know if they are, okay, if they did bad things in the past, I mean, kind of holding a grudge for a reason, I'm sure, if that's you. But I don't feel like, I feel like they're on the up and up. They're matured. I don't feel like they're playing games. So, let's see what your advice is for this week. And it's just a week, so it just might be that you need, like I said, it just might be too soon for you to be opening that communication with that person. Okay? You might need time, and that's cool too. Alright, Geminis. What advice do we have for my Geminis? The Sun in the reverse. Alright. 7 of Cups in the reverse. The Star in the upright. What else? I feel like it is that one. And the 3 of Pentacles. Interesting that the 3 of Pentacles is coming out again. Was it you or was it Capricorn that had the 3 of Pentacles in the other readings? Can't remember. Either way. So, don't forget to have fun, okay? Don't forget to let loose a little bit. Don't forget to do some things that make you happy now, at this moment, okay? Again, this is your advice. Come back down to earth a little bit. Be realistic about the situation. You know, try and not only be realistic about the situation, but, you know, try to think about it logically and fairly, okay? The Star, trust your intuition, all right? And work on having some inner clarity, okay? Just kind of work on yourself. Again, like I said, it just might be too soon. You might be kind of working on yourself, which is fine. Just work on that right now, because it's almost, you know, you've had all of this change going on and things ending, and I keep hearing the renewal. I'm kind of stuck on the renewal, and it's like, well, I do feel renewed. Yeah, you do, and I do feel like you do. But the advice is, don't assume that you've got it all figured out, okay? Don't think that don't stop working on the renewal process is what I'm hearing here, okay? Don't, you know, because it's like you've done so well and you've gotten so far, like, it's real easy to be like, oh, I made it, but you haven't quite got there. There's still some more things for you to do. All right, and 3 of Pentacles. Teamwork. You may need to work with someone. At the very least, you should talk with your friends. But, you know, 3 of Pentacles and a love reading kind of talks to me about a partnership here. So, you may want to, you definitely want to consider working with someone. You know your situation better than I do. Like I said, this is general. So you know if you should be working with the King of Wands that showed up in that reading or not, okay? You know, all right? That's kind of with the Star. Trusting your intuition, you know, having renewal, having faith, having clarity, the inner clarity type, all right? Being realistic about the situation and the expectations, all right? All right, Gemini, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week.